The elders know that when certain kind of educated, outspoken individuals start to make their voice heard, they can inspire a movement and they can inspire a generation. They can inspire incivility. They can inspire all kinds of other things. And they've been floating this term around that they used to use back in the 60s, a political agitator. What they're really doing, so I can explain to those of you why they're really doing that. They want you to think that, okay, this is a person that's just kind of a troublemaker. This is a person that's going to cause political aggravation for public officials. And instead of saying that it was a black political agitator out front, they started off with a guy named Hal Curvin, so they can make it seem like they're being fair and saying that it could be a white person as well, but they're really trying to set up a system where they can arrest a citizen for something that amounts to inciting a riot if something about what you say and what you do causes people to become stirred up and in a frenzy. They know the NAACP is angry. They know Black Lives Matters is angry. They know that some of these other organizations and citizen populations and groups are angry. And they know that if the right person comes along and gives people credence for what is already something that's boiling as a culture, they know what can happen. They know it can cause a riot. They know people can get killed. They know businesses can be destroyed and more. But do they have a right to deprive you of your First Amendment right to your freedom of expression as long as you do so peacefully? Do they have a right to stop you from peacefully assembling? No, they don't. Do they have a right to stop you from using a platform that you or your group has created to state your issues and show people the evidence that the press won't cover? No, they cannot stop it. But if they can make you look like you're dangerous, if they can make you look like you're threatening, if they can make you look like you are a terrorist, if they can make you look like somebody that's a public safety issue, they can make certain kinds of trouble for you and make it seem like we're just being vigilant. For those of you who don't know what vigilance means, we're just watching you carefully. We're just following you and tracking you to make sure. We're just being watchful. Meaning that they're probably going to be harassing you. They're going to be hassling you. They're going to be heckling you. They're going to be racially profiling you if you're a person of color. And so what can you do about it? You can document it. But you have to be careful, because any of the movements that you make, any of the devices that you have, if they want to claim, I thought it was a gun, I thought he had something threatening, or I thought she did this, or I thought she did that, and I was just trying to do my job. I didn't really mean to. It was an accident. It was a reaction. It was, I didn't know what was going to happen, and I feared for my life, and I killed him, or I shot him, or I tased him, or I injured him. That's crime. And a lot of people have been trying to figure out how to justify something of that nature and get away with it by claiming to be in fear or claiming that they thought they needed to be alarmed or threatened. So be careful. Try to be cooperative. Try to go along with the procedure and the process as best you can. Because sometimes people are inflicting things upon you to get you to react adversely so they can justify trying to harm you. And all of this is outrageous. It shouldn't be going on in the first place. They have everybody in every community charted out now, ladies and gentlemen. They have everybody divided by a category for where they want to put you in society. Here are the people that get money. Here are the people that are going to get poor. Here are the people that we want to be our criminals. Here are the people that we want to be our threats. Here are the people that we want to be our sex offenders. Here are the people that we want to be this or that. They've literally charted out what they want to do with people. Do they have a right to sell your life and your liberty? No, they don't. Now let's just reverse that. If you as a citizen did that to police officers, their lives and their families, would it be tolerated? No, it wouldn't. If you did that to a public official that represents you in high government, federal, state, or local government, would that be acceptable? No, it wouldn't. then why are they doing it to you? Isn't the main purpose of having a safety and political system for them to come up with mechanisms to prevent you from feeling like you have to feel threatened? Well, how do we continue to have persisting and increasing safety issues and spend more money and the problem gets worse, yet they keep saying pump more money into it? Obviously, somebody's not doing what they're supposed to do. So if they come at you trying to censor you is what it's called, silence you, keep you from speaking, keep you from being seen, keep you from being heard, you have to come up with a way to make sure that they can't stop you by following the law and using your rights and your freedom the right way. If you use your rights and your freedoms the wrong way, they can be taken from you. If you go about it responsibly, they cannot. And that's what makes this country the greatest country in the world.